Right. Hello, everybody listening. This is Brian
Pterodactyl Tom, wow.
And Ian.
from Brits Wrestling. Obviously, you're watching this channel, you know it's Brits Wrestling. The day we're doing a bit of a podcast. This is kind of a end of year podcast, shall we say?
Yeah. True. Also, our first ever podcast.
It's also our first ever podcast. We did try doing this.
I don't know how this is going to go, really, do we?
We tried doing this before, and we fucked it up completely. But we've got a theme to this. Who wants to say what the theme is?
I'll go for it, because I never really said anything anyway, did I? It's Wrestling Awards, isn't it?
The end of year wrestling awards. We've got a lot of awards to give here.
And say about 20, 25.
Well, no, I think there might be more than that.
Yeah, probably more, but...
And it can be to any company.
All of this is going to be from any company. There are going to be a lot that you think might be a person, but we might be like a company or announcer, a ref, a game, a show, whatever. Like, that's the way the format of this is going to lay out. Do any of you want to say anything before I jump into the first category?
No.
No, let's get into this.
Right. The way this is going to work is, instead of us all deciding together that we're going to just give out one award, there will literally be one award coming from each of us. So a total of 3 awards for each category. Some might not need an explanation.
And we might pick the same thing for like a certain category, but that doesn't matter.
And others might just be... Some might need explaining.
Yeah.
Sorry for the little fuck up there.
No, well, we're all going to fuck up.
Right, so the first category, we'll start with Tom here. Best male superstar.
Adam Cole. I see Adam Cole, don't I? Look at what he's done with the NXT Championship. He basically put NXT on the map.
Fair enough. Ian, who are you going with here?
Will Ospreay. Technically the best wrestler in the world.
I've got Will Ospreay as well. Just look at the year he's had. By the way, I'm not actually copying Ian. I had all mine wrote down. So, Will Ospreay, he just has to take it.
For me, it's kind of biased because Adam Cole is my favourite wrestler.
True, and I'm not arguing with you. Adam Cole did have a sick year.
It's a brilliant year. The only argument I'd have is you said he's put NXT on the map.
I'd say NXT was on the map.
And NXT's been brilliant for like the last 5 years.
But like recently, it's just been ignored by the main brand, isn't it? And recently,
I'll say this:
Adam Cole has.
If anybody brought eyes to it, if anybody brought the right eyes to it, it's Keith Lee, because Keith Lee put Vince's eyes on it.
Yeah, but that could be a bad thing as well because it's Vince.
On to the next category. We'll stick with Tom since it's a similar category here. Worst male superstar.
Worst male superstar. It's that librarian after AEW. I can't remember.
Pete Avalon.
Yeah, Avalon.
That guy has a his gimmicks horrible. He's terrible in the ring.
They've done what they wanted to do then, haven't they?
That's what they wanted to do, don't they?
But he botches everything and
yeah,
all
that's
that.
the point. His character, right? Yeah, was a fuck you.
Just background.
Yeah.
Go on.
The character was a fuck you to WWE, trying to silence the fans, because we all know WWE, if it's a certain character that gets booed or cheered that they don't want to be booed or cheered, when they edit it, they edit the sounds out, like they edit what they're wanting.
But they can't really have like all these matches like botch fests. Like him fucking up.
No, that's the way it's meant to be, because it's meant to be so that when they do the replays, they leave in the booing.
No, I really don't like it.
Ian, your worst male.
For me, it's for mainly the last 8 months that he's been shit, and this is character-wise because I think WWE didn't know what to do with him, and it's Seth Rollins.
You going with Seth Rollins?
Not because he's a shit wrestler. He's brilliant in the ring, but I think after WrestleMania, they didn't know what to do with him, and he went stale, and they fucked up, and they gave us that shit at Hell in a Cell.
But I think WrestleMania, they got that big win, and then they tried to push that big win again on them with beating Brock Lesnar again, and then from then on it just stalled it for a bit.
They tried to make it
that absolute shite, and now they're trying to make it better by turning him heel.
They tried to make.
I think is a good move for Seth Rollins.
They tried to make him act like his buddy, like Reigns, and it just didn't work.
For me, a lot of people aren't going to like this. I'm mainly going after it because he's being pushed as a guy who can wrestle, and for me, he just isn't. I know he's only just started, but it's Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed for me.
And more Shane Thorne's fucking awful as well. I don't know why they keep trying to push him.
It's just Bronson Reed's being pushed as this like really good guy, really good in the ring and all that. And for me, he just isn't. He's like mid card at best.
And can we talk about the whole Australian strong style? Please? There's no Australian strong style bullshit, is there? It's just him. If it's strong style, it's more than one.
I think Tom's moving into something else here.
No.
Should we continue?
Yeah.
Right.
Best female.
Ian's got to love this one. We'll start with you, Ian. Best female.
Oh. Between two for me.
Right.
Between Shayna and Rhea.
Fair enough. You've got to take one of them though.
Up until the end of October, I'd have probably said Shayna. But from then onwards, Rhea's just dominated.
Rhea's held 2 different titles this year, been in 2 different companies this year. Like,
Rhea's been
2 different brands.
Yeah, Rhea's been a beast this year.
Survivor Series weekend alone.
And she beat Sasha and Charlotte. By pinning Charlotte.
Right.
So I'm going to say
Rhea. Fair enough. For me, best female, it's controversial, but I'm literally going after the achievements and everything here. It's going to be Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has had one of the best years this year. 2-time champion at the same time, like Becky 2 belts, or that a lot. Yeah. She had the big WrestleMania win. She got the cover star for, yes, it was for the worst game in history.
He's also forgetting another accomplishment she had before. She won the titles at Mania. She won the Rumble.
No, I was getting to that, but thank you. Just cuts me off. Ian is a selfish bitch.
He is. He's always been a selfish bitch, though.
But I can't overlook everything that Becky's done. There are a lot of superstars I would have loved to say here, but Becky has literally, what's the saying? Shattered the glass ceiling.
Yeah. After
Becky's legit done that.
After Thomas's pick, I'd like to give an honourable mention to another superstar.
Fair enough. Right, go on, tell me your pick for best female.
Best female.
You're going with Shayna, aren't you?
I'm not going with Shayna.
Wow, that's actually a surprise.
I'm going with Tessa Blanchard.
Tessa Blanchard?
Just because she is regarded as one of the best female wrestlers in the world at the moment, and that storyline with Sami Callihan this year has been brutal and everything, and it's really put like mixed gender matches on the map.
To be fair, she is big. She's probably the forefront for mixed gender matches at the minute.
And I'd probably say that feud that she had with Sami Callihan was one of the best feuds of the year easily. So, Tessa Blanchard, but I would have loved to say Shayna Baszler because Shayna Baszler has just been running for the women's division on like Raw and SmackDown and NXT.
Who's your honourable mention then, Ian?
The champion in AEW.
Riho?
Oh no, I hate her because she keeps getting the roll-up victories
and a lot of people are starting to equate her to like Brock Lesnar, how she'll only show up for like...
Yeah. But I'll also say this though, none of us knew who she was at the beginning of the deal.
That's true, everybody knows who she is now. She went from a nobody to somebody. Straight away, she skyrocketed.
But so the thingy,
Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara's done that.
No, so the thingy who she was against, what's her name? You know, the transgender one.
Nyla Rose.
Nyla Rose. Everybody knows who she is now, and she should have actually won the title.
To be
She
fair, I
should
know
have been
who
on
Nyla Rose was before AEW. I
I
can't say that
don't know.
about many of them, but Nyla Rose is one of the ones I know about before.
I don't know, like, everything around AEW.
Hey,
She is fantastic.
Ian. Worst female.
Who's competed a lot this year? Lacey Evans.
You going with Lacey?
Yeah.
Even after she said that she had the first ever match in Saudi?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about
That was a shit match.
To be fair, it's coming down to opinions, like...
that. The reason for me is she was brought up to the main roster too soon.
Fair enough.
I will give WWE a round of applause for the way they turned the face. And that was just legit by putting her in that match. They put her in that match, and out, come the other side of it, she's now a face. Good work. But I still don't think she's ready for the main roster.
Well, my pick here, Tom's going to agree. Tom's going to have the exact same one. Because this is going to be our pick every single year while she's with the company.
Tamina.
Vanessa Bourne. Vanessa Bourne is awful.
I'm not taking Vanessa Bourne because I've got Vanessa Bourne for a little one.
Fair enough. Well, I don't need to say any more on Vanessa Bourne because she's just trash. Thomas?
I've got Nia Jax because Nia Jax is just awful.
I will say she has had the worst year, but it's not for a reason of being bad in the ring or anything. The news was that she might not even be able to return back into the ring. You feel bad. It's her fucking career that. Imagine being told you can never ever do something.
It might be her career right, yeah, but if it wasn't for WWE, she won't have the career opportunities that she'll get, even if she can't.
Aye, but what I'm saying is, you've got to feel bad for her not being able to do the thing that she loves anymore. If it is the case, and she is I'm only going after stuff that I've heard here.
But if she continues the way she was in the ring, she's gonna
hurt others.
She's gonna hurt others.
Look at Becky.
They might not be able to do the things they love anymore because she's fucking sloppy in the ring.
That's true. Look at Becky.
So I'd rather have her end her career than
she ruined a match for us. Nia ruined a match for us.
At least Tamina can actually.
Yeah, she might have ruined a match right there, but if it weren't for her ruining that, for breaking Becky's face, Becky wouldn't have got a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, that's true. Right, we're moving on to the best male tag. And we're starting with me on this one, I guess. Best male tag is a tricky one, I think. Just down to pure achievements and everything. Yeah, we'll come round to you, Ian. Cam.
I have more than one.
Ian's jizzing himself at the thought of this.
You can't have more than one, you can only have
one.
I'll
narrow it down.
Can I say mine?
Go on then.
Right. After pure achievement alone, I am gone with the New Day here. Because, well, just look, 7-time tag team champs.
It means they've lost it 7 times.
Aye, but it also means they've been 7-time champs.
Well, 6 times.
One of them's been World Heavyweight WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
That's not a tag team though.
He is part of the tag team.
That's individual. That's an individual achievement.
Aye, but we're awarding the tag team. So, as part of the tag team, I'm still counting it. New Day has had the best year. Thomas?
For me, it's hard. It's between my favourite faction in WWE and my favourite tag team in the world is between the Lucha Bros, because they always have fantastic years, no matter what.
Yeah, true.
And it's between Undisputed Era as well. Undisputed Era who are always fantastic. They always have been, like, since the ended days as well, individually and stuff like that.
We'll just pick one. Come on.
And they did what they said they were going to do.
Aye, the prophecy came true, didn't it? So for that one, I'm going to have to go with Undisputed Era. But it's going to have to be Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
Obviously. Right,
fair enough. Let's let Ian have his little jizz moment.
For me, that was one of my tag teams.
What, UE?
Yeah. And until they got moved from NXT, I'd have said the Viking Raiders, and
Street Profits.
Street Profits. See,
It's because they're interchangeable. They are basically the same tag team.
The same team.
And that's no racist thing. It's legit. Look at the gimmicks.
It's the same gimmick.
They're both the exact same gimmick, except the Street Profits they're better.
Yeah,
they bring the swag like nobody can.
But up until both them tag team, like the War Raiders, who are now the Viking Raiders, and the Street Profits left NXT, if they'd have been in NXT all year, we'd have probably been saying the Viking Raiders were the best tag team.
To be fair though, the Street Profits, even when moving, maybe not in the ring, but backstage, they've been fucking hilarious.
The backstage moments. But I'd still say...
I'm worried that...
You gone with your E?
Yeah.
I'm worried with all the backstage stuff with the Street Profits, they're just going to get lost and shuffled.
Ever.
And I really hope it doesn't happen because...
They're too good.
Ever.
Montez
Fun. We want the smoke. We want the smoke.
Moving on one.
Right, so now we're moving on to the worst male tag, and we're starting with me. And you should probably got it in mind. Right, remember this can be a broad range. And worst male tag of the year for me, Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman.
Oh shit, I forgot about him.
They were tag team champions this year.
So
That is my worst tag team. Like, why were they champions? There was just fucking no need for it. Right, we're moving on for me before I get angry about it. Tom?
Right. For me, it was...
I forgot about him.
For me, it was... What was it? Scott Dawson and Akam, I think it was. When they put them into as a tag team to go for the Raw Tag Team titles in Saudi Arabia. It was... because one... I think it was Reza that was injured, so they had to put somebody with Akam, and they just fucking randomly put Scott Dawson with him. Why? And they actually had an opportunity for the Raw Tag Team Championships. It fucking makes no fucking sense.
I'll say another team they just put together for no reason.
Rudolph. That's who I originally had picked until I thought, Seth Rollins and Braun was a thing.
The thing that out of the three teams that we've all mentioned,
yours is a continuous.
No, they're actually Rudolph are actually a decent team.
But it just didn't make any sense.
It didn't make sense. They got put together one night for a tag team gauntlet, and they fucking won it. And against teams like the Revival and shit.
Actually, can I change my answer?
Quick time.
To Bobby Lashley and fucking Baron Corbin. Because they were attacking the kept teaming up.
Was 3-Man Bland this year?
Aye. 3-Man Bland was this year.
3-Man Bland was this year.
Yeah.
Right, we're moving on before we get angry about these ones. Right, Thomas, we are now on to best female tag. This is one most people when they think of putting in.
Yeah.
That's actually true. Best female tag. Just for what they achieved this year, you'd have to get to Boston Hug.
You go on Boston Hug.
Boston Hug.
It's a fair...
Because they were the first women's tag team champions. And
then Sasha threw a strap.
She threw a strap on.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, I'm going to say 60-10 heel, the Kabuki Warriors.
Fair enough. Mine's is coming down to one match.
And I'll give my reason. They're the only champions to actually defend the fucking title on another brand.
Well, that's the match I'm on about. Mine comes down to that one match. And I am going to go with Team Kick on this one. That match was fucking brilliant. That is probably the best match I've seen, included for the titles.
It is.
It was incredible, and do you know what? Dakota Kai just fucking whipped it out in there. Like, she'd started to become like that for a while, like middle, and then boom.
I'll give more stock to your team. They only returned like 2 weeks ago as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 2 weeks before it.
And they just fucking started smashing it. Tegan Knox is definitely one to watch for the future.
Yeah, when she comes back, I'll probably say she'll be back for the next takeover.
For the match against Kai.
Yeah.
That's going to be a huge fucking match.
Dakota Kai is still one to watch as well.
If it doesn't happen at the takeover, I think it's in February, the next one, it'll happen at the one at Mania weekend. Which I think will be better because it'll be a bigger feel.
Everybody says in the world, AEW have the best roster, NXT have the best roster. By far.
Yeah.
Well, Here we go. Moving on to this, and I know these are going to be stuck for well, I know Ian's going to be stuck for an option here because there are loads. Worst female tag.
It's between.
I know what I meant.
Go on.
Vanessa Bourne and Aaliyah.
You're going Vanessa Bourne and Aaliyah.
They're fucking. They're just.
Vanessa Bourne is dragging down Aaliyah.
It's between.
I don't like it.
Becky Lynch and Charlotte and Natalia, and Natalia and Lacey Evans. I'm gonna go for Natalia and Lacey Evans because they had a feud for 2 months, and then the week after the pay-per-view where they had their match to end the feud, they were tag teaming on Raw the night after.
Yeah, they were just like, I've got somebody who's no going to be like and then out comes Lacey Evans. It's like, why did we need this?
Lacey Evans, isn't it?
Well, for me, I got stuck on this one as soon as you said that, because the one that I had in mind straight away was Natalia and Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why does this need to be a thing? Why does it need to fucking happen? But that one's a good shout, to be fair. No, I'll stick with mine since you've had that one.
You could also.
I will go with mine.
You can also say the Iconics in that. No.
Yeah, but at least they're entertaining.
They're a good tag team. The problem is they've just been fucking shat on.
You've not seen them. Like, they won the tag team championships, then they defended them like twice on actual
against
television,
jobbers.
Yeah.
And then lost them, and then like.
Not been seen since.
It was awful. Like, I love them. Like, they entertain me. They actually do. And they are good in the ring. You can't deny that. But they've just been shat on.
Best match now, isn't it?
We are now on to best match, and guess what? Ian gets to start.
It's going to be hard. I've got a few, right? I'm going to name them all.
No, because you're going to end up revealing my one.
And you're probably going to end up revealing my one.
Right, if Ian's going to be doing this, I'm starting. Right, so my match for my best match of the year is 1,000,000%. It's Omega versus Moxley. That match was.
It was.
How either man survived that, I have no fucking clue. You can tell they were willing to do everything and anything in this match. It was so fucking good. When you see dedication like that,
and
you know you're
you don't know
watching
how it was
something
growing
great.
because it divided opinions.
Exactly.
No, there's a lot of people's opinions on it.
Right, your best match?
My best match is Walter against Takeover Cardiff.
Nice choice.
That was a fucking classic. They did put on a fucking classic match. That was a British wrestling match. At its fucking famous.
Ian? Right, now he's got to get to list them.
Gargano versus Cole, 2 out of 3 falls. The 2 matches you've both just mentioned.
Obviously, you're going to say them, so.
Cody versus Dustin. Because
for the storytelling alone,
because
yes.
the storytelling was brilliant. And then the 5th one, the tag team ladder match that happened at TakeOver.
I'm surprised there's one that you never mentioned, that.
Which one?
The final of the G1 Classic.
I don't watch the G1 Classic.
Alright, fair enough then.
It was
Ibushi, who was Ibushi against?
Wait, well,
No.
Okada. Tanahashi.
No. Was it?
Tanahashi fighting Jericho next month.
That's what we say. No, but it was I can't remember who was involved. All I remember is it was a sick match. Apologies.
White.
Apologies if I seem very racist. I'm just forgetting Japanese names here.
Was it? Might have been Jay
No,
White.
it was what? No, Jay White made it to the semi. Oh, 1 minute. No, Jay White made it to the semi-finals. Didn't he make it to the finals? Did he?
Because Cindy got knocked out in the quarterfinals, didn't he? Moxley.
Oh wait, no, it was Jay White in the finals. Was it?
Right,
we're moving on because I'm fucking dual-allying myself.
Right, go on. So,
What one do you actually pick?
I'm going to pick the tag team ladder match at TakeOver where the Street Profits won.
Fair enough. It was a fucking sick match.
And that was a really good moment because like they've been there since the start of NXT.
And then WWE shafted them and moved them to Raw.
Right, now we're moving on to worst match, and shall we all just say it at the same time because we've all got the same match, haven't we?
Do it.
Alright, Ian might not have the same match. Thomas, have you got the same match as me?
I don't. You've got the Hell in the Cell match.
The Hell in the Cell match.
See, I didn't. I haven't got that.
Wow,
I
really?
haven't got that.
You're saying there was a match worse than that?
Yeah, Undertaker versus Goldberg.
That was worse than them taking a beloved character and shitting all over it?
Yes.
Really? Really?
Yes.
Nah. Hell in a
Because
Cell was the worst match this
Because
year.
if they didn't do that, would we have got the moment where he won the title? Would we have fucked?
Don't care.
Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship, the first match that they had. That got a minus star rating for me because Randy Orton is just fucking horrible.
You know on
He just
WWE's
needs to
Instagram?
He just needs to go the fuck away.
You know on WWE's Instagram? They voted that as the best rivalry of the year. I was like, are you fucking doolally?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Best rivalry this year has to go to Shayna Baszler and fucking Ripley.
Or at least
Why are we getting onto that topic right
That is the on here.
or at least Adam Cole and
I
Johnny
forgot to throw it in.
Well, we can mention
Or at
it.
least,
But for me,
Adam Cole and Johnny
Go on, what's
for
the
me,
match?
it's
Oh,
Undertaker versus Goldberg for the fact they almost fucking killed each other.
That's true. It was a fucking awful match, but Hell in a Cell it has to be for me because they near enough destroyed everything for
It
me
wasn't-
within the thing.
Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston first match because Randy Orton needs to fucking go or else he needs to start running on the fucking running machine or something to get his cardio up. Jesus Christ, man.
Well,
Let's get him
actually,
fucking
like
Watching an old man.
Get him working with Finger. Get him working with Roderick Strong. Mr.
Yeah.
Cardio man.
we'll actually let you start with this one, Ian, because I started the last one because you were too willing to jump into every match.
There were some good matches this year.
Aye, but you could have waited. Right. So, Ian, starting with your best pay-per-view.
Ooh. That's hard. See, the only one that's standing out because he actually gave the fans what they wanted, and that was Mania. Not Mania.
Mania?
Because they gave the fans what they wanted.
Maybe they gave the fans what they want, but I would put that as one of the worst for this year, legit, because it was on for that long that it made you undervalue every single one of the matches.
We're on for fucking 10 hours or something.
Something like that. It was like 8 hours. Fucking
See,
hell, was
The biggest disappointment of pay-per-views for AEW is they weren't as good as they should have been.
Apart from one. Apart from all of them.
I thought like
No, but then, so
It's like you're gonna start crying because we're shitting all over fucking AEW.
what the fuck cry about that shit.
what pay-per-view was Gargano versus Cole? 2 out of 3
Brooklyn?
The first one.
Brooklyn? I think it was Takeover. I can't exactly remember. My phone's recording this, so I can't exactly do anything.
My phone's dead.
The pay-per-view that I'm picking, the main event was Gargano versus Cole, 2 out of 3 falls, and Gargano won.
Hold on, just give me a sec.
Oh, he's gone for your.
Mate, he's gonna see him on phone searches.
Nugget for no.
Right, so you want Gargano versus Cole 1?
Yeah,
Because I know
Gargano won. Cole won the first.
not Gargano won the first one, then Cole won the second one.
Takeover 25. No, that was the second
Oh yeah,
one.
that quick, didn't he?
Takeover New York.
New York.
That one.
Right, so you're going with Takeover New York? Don't worry, I didn't see any of your shit, like, I stayed away from your dirty porn sites. So you're going for Takeover New York?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going for Takeover 25. The card was fucking incredible.
That card was-
If I'm thinking right, if I'm like properly thinking right, this is the one where you had Volta versus Pete Dunne on this card. You had the obviously Gargano Cole match.
Mania weekend as well.
It was so fucking good. I loved it. Takeover 25 by far.
Yeah, it's
Go on,
Mania
Tom.
weekend.
I'm taking the same as your brain.
Takeover 25.
25. It's one of the best like takeovers.
Which is mad to think because try to think of one right now. Try to think of a bad takeover.
You actually just can because
You can probably think of one, maybe 2 bad takeover matches.
no, you can.
But I'm
think-
saying the
you can-
takeover as a whole.
No, you can think of a few bad takeover matches because there has actually been a few. But like the full show as a whole, no.
There's always one match on a takeover card that brings up
every
The
single
pay-per-view.
match. There is.
Well, time to have a bit of fun.
What's pay-per-view?
Ian, what's pay-per-view?
You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, you did.
So what I've got in Hell in a Cell here.
Hell in the Cell.
Needs no explanation. Let's move on to the next category.
I think we agreed there was only one good match on that, and that was the opening match on the main show, the women's Hell in the Cell.
Aye, the women's Hell in a Cell was fucking brilliant.
Compared to
I wouldn't say it was
The
brilliant.
rest, no, I would say it was brilliant.
I say it was a standard Hell in a Cell match.
I think it was a little bit better than just a bog standard one. I've seen some terrible Hell in a Cell
No,
matches.
you've seen some terrible Hell in a Cell matches like the last.
This one was
Yeah,
really
Seth
good,
Rollins.
and the rest of the
Yeah.
card just kind of fucked it up.
Is it just a gimmick now with Seth Rollins though? Whenever he's in a Hell in a Cell match, it just get called a no contest.
No contest.
Because ever against fucking Braun Strowman, I got ended in a no contest because Brock Lesnar came in and flattened people with pieces of table.
But Kane came in on his debut in the Hell in a Cell,
And chokes on the Undertaker.
and Shawn Michaels.
Right, so we'll start with Tom. Actually, I say we'll start with Tom. Tom, we're going to be starting with you on both of these, although this one we're all going to say it at the same time. Best show. 3, 2, 1. NXT. It just is.
Yeah.
Right, Tom, we'll start with your worst storyline.
Bobby Lashley Lana.
Ian.
Just fuck off with
I think we all agree on that.
Bobby Lashley Lana.
They're getting married next week.
They're getting
No, it's
married
this
and
week,
shit.
is it?
Well, it's next week.
Yeah, it's next week.
I thought it was this week. I thought it got announced last week that they got engaged and were meant to be
He got
getting
announced
married
last
this
night
week.
that they're getting married next week.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like, let's just move away from it. As the lyrics of Tom's song that he didn't sing, that I wrote, that I sang.
Aye, but he got pissed off. he genuinely got pissed off.
Because
It's because I put hours of effort into that song and you were fucking it up.
Obviously, I wasn't going to fucking try it. It's a punishment.
You want to go try it? You were getting it all off key, and this is a song you know well. Like the actual original song, you know it well.
Oh well.
Wait,
Shit
we're
happens, doesn't it?
getting off topic. Starting with Ian. Most improved. This could be from like somebody who was shit last year, who you feel's got better. Somebody who may have been undervalued, who you feel's getting married a push. It could be anything around like that.
Gonna be tough. This.
I've got mine in mind.
Go on, let Thomas go first.
Right, we'll start with Tom then.
I've got Keith Lee thinking about how long he's actually been in NXT. They've just overshadowed him for way too long.
Fair enough.
And like before his feud with Dominic Dijakovic, like nobody was paying attention to him, and I always thought like he's one of the best in the company,
Fair
and
enough.
it just gets overshadowed all the time because I don't know, it doesn't really have the charisma that most other superstars have.
He's brilliant in ring.
Yeah, he is. He's fantastic in the ring, but he just needs to work on his like outer ring kind of persona kind of thing.
Ian?
Anderson and Gallows.
No.
No, because up until they got paired with fucking AJ, they
They were
doing
just
fuck all.
being fucking pushed down. Every time they'd start to climb back up and crawl out of the
And
shit, they
I-
just get.
I think Gallows is shit. I honestly think
He
Gallows
is.
is fucking shit.
But-
Awful.
But pairing them again with AJ has made AJ not stale anymore. Because AJ went stale for a bit.
That's true.
After it's like, this is the house that AJ Styles built, and they moved him to Raw. You needed something new, and
I don't like.
Well, are you ready for a surprise?
Go on.
For most improved, I'm going somebody who was brilliant, then just went even better. Io Shirai.
Io Shirai.
Yeah,
She was brilliant, and then she had that heel turn, and then after that, she was just fucking incredible.
or we
She
can
has
have
worked
someone who
that
started
so
the
well.
year shit, was brilliant, had some good matches in King of the Ring,
Baron Corbin.
won the King of the Ring, and then went shit again.
Baron Corbin was a person that I did have proper thoughts
Because that's
for in
who I was
this.
thinking of originally.
Sorry, not Baron Corbin. King Corbin.
Yeah, King Corbin. Bend the knee.
Bend the knee.
Oh,
STD.
STD.
Alright, sure. The Rock's cringy as fuck.
Right. Tom,
Alright.
have a bit of fun with this one. The most decreased. This could be anything from it. They were a good superstar, now they've gone pretty shit.
Good team, gun shit.
Good team gun shit, or maybe it's something like
Good show, gun shit.
it could be. It's very vast.
I don't really know. Let's have a think about it. Has anybody else got anything?
Go with Ian.
I've got 2,
Well, you can only have one.
and I'm gonna go with Becky.
You going with Becky?
Yeah.
It's because she's essentially just had the exact same gimmick
It's
leading
not
in
just that,
every match.
It's after Mania, they wanted to have her have that big moment again. And there's no one in the company at the moment who she can beat to get her that big moment.
Aye, and I'm not gonna lie, Survivor Series, that was bullshit, having Shayna beating Bayley, only for Becky to then fucking swat Shayna.
Yeah. My
Fucking
opinion,
retarded.
don't know what would have been better.
Ridiculous.
Hey,
Sorry, I would not use those words.
don't know what would have been better. Shayna beating Becky, them having a one-on-one, Shayna then beating Becky one-on-one, then Ronda comes down, back somewhere down the line. Becky and Ronda have a match again. Becky still beats Ronda. And then Ronda...
We get this whole thing of Shayna being cocky and
Yeah.
that. Aye, it'd be pretty set out, to be fair.
Right, I've got my person in
Go
mind.
on.
It's somebody who's always been fucking shit. It's Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke. No, she's increased if
Yeah.
anything.
No, she is.
She is. I can tolerate her matches, you know.
She's a jobber.
Yeah.
She's a jobber at best.
I
That's
think
all she's ever
actually.
been.
I hate her.
And
She's not decreased. She's legit just stayed the same.
By the
She's
way,
getting more TV time now, so she's actually increased more than anything.
if anybody's confused as to why I went, I hate her. Me and Tom watched the match
Actually,
from on main event.
actually,
Wait.
that's what
Let me get through this. Me and Tom were watching a match on main event, and we legit saw one moment where the ref is pulling back Dana, and Dana just shouts at the ref, "I hate her!"
That's the person I'm actually going for. Sarah Logan.
Sarah Logan from Misty Crease.
Because look at what it done.
Right, after the Riot
After
Squad
the Riot
split
Squad.
up, they just fucking pushed her aside.
Then
and
again, we could say the same
terrible.
about Liv Morgan.
I got Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan's been injured in that as well, though.
and she's getting this comeback, ain't she?
Do you want to know what
We
it reminds me
all
of?
the thingies
The
on
vignettes.
Raw, the vignettes
Do you want
on
to know
Raw.
what that
and shit.
reminds me of, though? The vignette. The Emelina character.
No, I see it starting that way, but
Yeah.
soon enough I can see it taking a proper dark
Yeah. I
turn.
hope that this is going to be the thing she puts on the front, and then she's going to have like an alter ego character.
Similar to like the Fiend, but not
Yeah.
exactly like that. Right, I'm going to say it now. Everybody's drooling over the fact of Liv being like Sister Abigail or whatever.
Do you,
I don't want that. I just want a dark Liv.
no, do you remember Impact years ago where we had Abyss, and then when Abyss got a bit stale, they brought in Joseph Parker, and then Joseph Parker he didn't realise he was Abyss.
I
Like
feel
me-
like they're doing that with the Miz, you know. With the Miz,
with
with
the
the
Fiend.
Fiend, you know.
Yeah, maybe have like Liv Morgan do something like that as well,
Yeah, you could do.
where she has an alter ego dark character that she doesn't realise it's her.
Well, we could save all this for another podcast because I told you about my idea. Talk me out of it, remember? Right. We'll explain a bit more at some point. I'll talk to you about this after this. Right, starting with who started that? Right. Starting with Thomas, most underhyped.
Most underhyped. This is a really hard one because there's been so much underhyped.
I've got mine straight up.
Go on, Brian, you go first.
Shall I go first?
You can go first.
Cesaro. 1 million%.
I was going to say him because we
Aye,
saw.
actually.
Take over the Cardiff.
We're all gonna say him, and actually because he is a fantastic superstar.
Take over for Cardiff. The one match where he was allowed to wrestle, and it's his best match of the year.
We didn't know.
He is underhyped,
Underused,
underused, overshadowed,
underappreciated.
overlooked, underappreciated. Cesaro is one of the best wrestlers on the main roster, and they just don't use him.
No, they don't.
He can, and don't even try and tell me you don't know what he's can do with him, because I know for a fact. Look at the characters Cesaro's went with. You can do anything with that man.
Put him on NXT UK.
Can I add another topic into this? Another award now.
Wait, no.
Can we not have one each at the end then? If we want one.
That's what I was going to get to that right at the end. I'm going to chuck out a hole, right? If there's any more awards you want to put them in there, because it'll just be individual. You will only be gone round. It'll just be like, right, my award for blah is blah and wah 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 and gah 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 gah.
Come on then, keep going.
Right. So, most overhyped, Thomas.
Most overhyped AEW.
Going straight in with AEW.
AEW television shows, because before that, you had fuck-ups and that, and like
It was
the
understandable.
pay-per-views, but it was understandable because it was actually just starting up. They've been gone for how long now?
It's not even
TV
the-
tapings and that, and it's
I'm going to say it's not even them that's overhyping it. It's these fans who
the fans,
cannot
yeah.
accept that there are things wrong. There are things wrong within AEW, and there is so many fans I see who are treating it like it's just God. Mate, accept that there's flaws. I will enjoy the product. I will still enjoy the product, but you must accept that there is flaws.
I can't enjoy the product because of the kind of people.
Exactly.
I honestly can't.
He said the company. I'm going to say a team in the company.
Go on.
Whatever.
The Inner Circle.
No,
or
the
something?
Dark Order.
The Dark Order. That's
So the
it.
simple fact is, at the beginning, they tried to push him. The fans didn't warm to him. They tried to revitalise him. The fans still aren't warming to them. What are they still doing? They're trying to force it down the fans' neck. If it's not working, fine.
See that thing with the minion?
The Rudolph.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video with the minion?
No.
One of the Dark Order minion things?
Yeah.
They were meant to be like
But
digging into Dustin,
Mm.
and he's say Dustin's he's here, he's punching there, like it was clear on camera and everything. He's just not making any impact.
it wasn't caught on an actual AEW camera.
It was caught by
a fan.
a fan.
But
It
it's
was
his
still-
mistake because everybody knows the fan's going to be recording.
Well,
Even if he's laying into Dustin and he's not just hitting him for whack, he should be fucking tapping him as long as it looks fucking realistic.
well, the Dark Order are basically AEW's answer to Rudolph, isn't it?
Not
No, because they're trying to push Rudolph. WWE are trying to push
Yeah, but the
Rudolph
thing is,
and everybody's throats. And
the Dark Order
Maybe
were
watch
an actual tag team.
Right, but yours were brilliant. Don't get me wrong, but I've won on this one.
I know what Brian says.
Because anybody who paid £50 for the fucking game will understand this bullshit. The most overhyped is WWE 2K20. Legit, the way they hyped it up on the shows, like it's going to have the biggest and best roster. They're pushing so much for the women's revolution and all that.
having this zombie kind of mode thing.
Aye, it's trash.
Mortal
The game,
Kombat kind of style.
the game is fucking horrible. There was so many bugs. The characters look like they should have been made on a fucking PS1. Like, it was just terrible. I'll move on from there because I don't need to say more about it. But that was the most overhyped bullshit of the fucking year. Right. I paid £50 for that game. You could tell I'm not angry.
What's next?
Right. So we're starting with Ian.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to enjoy this one. Most funny moment / entire thing. So you can pick an entire storyline just for the funniness. You want me to start?
Oh, can I start? Because I didn't really
If we
start with that one.
If we start with me,
No.
then it comes to you.
I'm going to say something right here, and you're going to think, what the fuck is he talking? The ending of Hell in a Cell. For the simple fact, we all believed that the fucking WWE weren't going to do that.
That's actually true.
That, fair enough.
Everybody thought like this is the Fiend's crowning
Right,
moment.
can we move away from Hell in
Yeah.
a Cell now? Because I'm getting angry just thinking about it. Right, you ready to agree with me, Ian?
Go on.
You ready to agree with me, Tom?
No,
No?
I don't know.
R-Truth is 24/7 champ.
No, Liam would agree with you.
Come on, you can't tell me. I mean, at one point, they took a vote, and R-Truth was the most popular champion in the company. That's every single championship.
Can we say he was better when it was him and Drake
Carmella.
Maverick?
Because
No.
right now the champion is Akira Tozawa.
No, it's not
Truth won
true.
it back.
Did he win it back after him?
Well, Santa won it off Akira Tozawa and then Truth won it back.
Right, because I know
They were-
Akira Tozawa won it
they were-
at Rockefeller.
No, they were in New York, didn't it? So
Aye,
Akira Tozawa won it.
Because
Then-
he lured him in with with a little note written in Japanese and that. It was funny as fuck. I check on that shit out.
For me, I've got to go with something that was on WWE's channel not that long ago. They put out a video and it was the Undisputed Era stood there with what's her name for NXT, you know, the blonde backstage.
Oh, right. I can't remember her name. I know who you mean, but
they were stood there.
the one that does the interviews.
They
I
were,
don't know who it is, but I don't know her name.
they were stood there like Adam Cole kept passing her presents, so she was opening them, and she was like, "Oh, cheers for this." There was a scarf, there was like ornaments to go on the tree and all that lot, and then they ended up taking all the
Just
presents.
taking them all back. Should have
It's
shortened
fucking
mine down to one or Truth's moments rather than just saying it as a whole.
Aye, it's the full thing, innit?
Because I have got a good one if I need to shorten it down.
No,
I'm
alright.
gonna take
Right.
it out to
It's a SmackDown show. I'm gonna hide till I can't no more. Monday Night Raw. If I have to go, I'm gonna hide till I can't no more. Singing with his title on Twitter. It was just
With a
perfect.
cowboy hat and the glasses on the
Brian
fucking
John found
championship.
it because I sent it him.
It's fucking brilliant.
Right. So the next one, we'll start with me on this one. Biggest letdown. I am going to say. I'm going to say Tom Starks.
Seth Rollins.
Just straight up Seth Rollins.
Biggest letdown
Fair enough.
because it goes from the Beast Slayer to this. What the fuck? It was meant to be the big thing of this year, and then he opened his mouth, and from then on he just
No, it
all the way
didn't
fucking
open
down.
his mouth. It became a keyboard warrior.
Plus, he opened his mouth. He opened his mouth on fucking WWE, like in interviews and stuff like that, saying how he was the best in the world and all that lot, talking shit about other wrestlers. So no, Seth
Yeah.
Rollins.
AEW.
Just AEW as a whole, right?
No, I've got
We've
to-
already talked about why though.
My reason why is because with the roster they've got,
It could be something amazing.
The matches could
it
be
just really isn't it? Isn't it?
it's not just that. It's what's the biggest letdown is they're like, oh, we want to be on par with WWE, but
They're taking so many shots at WWE and
No.
trying to do all the
It's
same
not-
shit again.
they don't follow the rules of the matches. How many times have we seen someone outside the ring for fucking 15 seconds and the referee's not counting?
Exactly. And
Does this
wait, and records matter.
Yeah, but
Jungle Boy.
he didn't have a title shot.
Did they know?
No, a title shot.
Right, because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really watched it lately. I've been catching up on small snippets.
The match was
I haven't even been there.
he came up like Jericho was going through he changed the list, but he made it like the list of the champion.
Le Champion.
He did the list, but he did it all French stuff. shit.
So he is doing the exact same shit.
But he was reading up people who he was never going to face. And then he read out Jungle Boy, so like all of the Jurassic Express came out, and Jungle Boy turned around and been like, and he said something. Chris Jericho said, "You won't last 10 minutes with me in the ring." So that's where that match came about. So Chris Jericho picked him to be his last match of the year. So they had a match which was 10 minutes long. Jungle Boy lasted to 10 minutes, so it ended in a draw.
Aye.
And then Chris Jericho's like, "Oh, give me 5 more minutes," to like Justin Roberts ringside. So they ring the bell again. He gets in the ring. Jungle Boy hits him. He gets out of the ring and walks up. So technically,
Jungle Boy won the match.
Jungle Boy won the match.
Oh, fair enough.
But
Right.
yeah, no, it's just if they stick to the rules, legit. Which the tag team were Cody v Chris Jericho. Cody should have got disqualified because his mum slapped Cody.
Right,
but,
I'm going to cut you off there.
Chris.
I'm going to
twice.
cut you off there because again,
He's on off
this is going into another video. We are going to be doing a video where we're talking about the shit that's wrong with like WWE and AEW and all that. So you will get to talk about that. Don't worry, I'm not just making sure you don't.
Oh, wait.
But that's going to be a fun one. We are going to get so angry talking about stuff. So my biggest letdown, I mean, they're starting to pick up a little here, I guess, but it's been the women's tag team championships for me.
Definitely.
It's mainly the fact that they said that they were going to be defended on all brands. We've not seen them on NXT UK. We've seen them on NXT once.
Okay.
Obviously, we didn't see them on 205 Live, but that's because
It's all women.
there was no women on 205 Live.
Technically, we sent them twice on NXT because.
Aye, but one of them was just going, oh, look at my shiny titles.
Yeah. And then they didn't wrestle.
So, no more explanation needed on that. Biggest shock. Let us start with. I'm pointing at Becky's. Dakota Kai with the big heel turn.
Just the way she turned. Everybody knew she was going to turn, but nobody knew she was going to turn like that. That went brutal.
I'll give you that. Ian?
What do you think here?
Well, I'll go with mine then while Ian's thinking.
Actually, no. Can I change mine?
Quick time.
Sorry, Johnny Gargano winning the NXT Championship. The Hot and Soul of NXT winning the NXT Championship.
Fair enough. You might notice the only person who's changed his mind like 5 times throughout this recording so far is Thomas.
I'm good for changing my mind.
But me, biggest shock has to go to Crown Jewel. Like, we all expected it just to be a fucking car crash, but it was a bearable show. It was pretty decent, especially that Mansoor against Cesaro match.
Yeah. I'll say this.
But Mansoor's still shit.
Although the match was shit, the biggest shock of the year was WWE confirming a women's match for that show.
Aye, I'll give you that. That's a good one.
It happened the day before we found out it was happening. No one expected it.
Here's can I give an honourable mention?
Oh.
Another massive shock is that they didn't do Evolution this year.
They're talking about doing one next year.
I know, but the big shock was that they didn't do one this year because it was a success last year, wasn't it?
Another massive shock for this year, Karma coming back. Because she's been out for so fucking long.
Get her name right. She is called Awesome Kong.
She's called Awesome Kong.
Or
Ian.
Kia Stevens.
No.
The benefit queen.
The benefit queen. She is the benefit queen.
She's the benefit queen.
Well, still.
But I'll tell you what shocked me.
There was no rumours or anything.
There's one shot from AEW that shocked me massively because I wasn't expecting him to return to a wrestling ring, and that was Jake Hager.
Aye.
I was not expecting him.
Because of the whole moving into MMA and that.
Or you could say CM Punk joined talking smack.
That should be the big one actually for lawyers.
But the thing is, that would have been more of a shock if it wasn't leaked that he had a meeting with Fox beforehand.
Aye, but it was still a big shock because there's always these leaks about CM Punk. CM Punk met with Vince. CM Punk met with this. That always comes out, and that's just to tickle the balls of fans.
And then it actually comes back. He's actually talking about the company again.
Right, we're on A1 here. Right, this one was difficult because I didn't want to go best finisher of the year or anything like that because that's something that it's ongoing. Everybody's just got their own finisher and that.
Yeah.
So this one we went with the Mamma Mia award. So this is like a move or a spot or something that was that big that it would make Mauro Ranallo go,
I'll go first.
Mia.
I'll go first.
Tell you what, we're going anti-clockwise. Ian will go first, then Tom, then me. Go
on. Moxley doing the paradigm shift onto the barbed wire bedding thing. To Omega.
That Mauro Ranallo would have lost his shit.
He'd have been like JR, old school JR in that moment.
Aye.
For me, it's got to be Tommaso Ciampa putting Adam Cole for the table with a fucking thingy at War Games. That just looked so fucking brutal. It was so good.
For me, it is a difficult one, to be fair.
Or else you could say Kevin Owens.
Well, you could have.
Do you know what? I'm going to have to. I'm sorry, Ian. I do have to agree with Tom. That was an amazing spot. That one.
How about this? How about we had something else? Like, you know how we put the.
Wait, no, I've got mine. There we go. I'm actually changing mine. that Panama Sunrise on a Pete Dunne Survivor Series.
Yeah.
That was fucking
Or
beautiful.
the one he ate on Kevin Owens at War Games.
Aye.
It was Kevin Owens on the steel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In between them, aye. That
But
was
do you know
sick.
how we had the Mamma Mia? How about one where a moment where someone would have brought character? Do you know like X-Pac did backstage? How the fuck do you have a Hell in a Cell?
Ending no contest. We can chuck that one. I've only got 2 more until I release it to open. So should we go with these 2 and then we'll go into the open? Yeah. Right. These ones are not awards. Right. These ones are more like little nods to the future. So we'll start off with future flop. We need a superstar who is going to be a future flop. This one is restricted to superstars. We're not allowed to go companies or anything.
This is a hard one.
Well, I'll start. I'm going with the same person I picked for the worst superstar of the year.
Oh.
I'm going with Bronson Reed. He is going to flop.
I'd say Shane Thorne.
Shane Thorne.
Shane Thorne, the track pushing for this was a reason he's shite.
Ian?
I'm gonna go with somebody, and it's only if you get proved up through Raw SmackDown. Priest. So I have a feeling they'll turn him into fucking Corbin point.
Corbin. I've had that feeling as well. I don't want it to happen.
But he is better in ring than Corbin.
See, here's one of the things. I said it to Tom. I would have loved to have seen Corbin when he was like, long hair and all that versus Damian Priest. That would have been a good one. Right, we ready? This is the final one. The ones that I've got on this list. Future star.
So can I start with this
Tom
one?
can start.
He's already a star right now, but he's not been with the company that long. Matt Riddle.
You going with Matt Riddle? Well, he says he's not been with that. He has been for a little while now.
Aye,
but you could still put him as a future star.
I remember him.
Because I really do think that he is going to retire Brock Lesnar.
Fair enough. Ian?
Chris Statlander.
Oh, she's currently in this little feud with like Brandy and that, isn't she?
She's also the number 1 contender.
I've seen her. She's
been wrestling for 3 years. WWE wanted to sign her for NXT. She went to AEW. 4 weeks. She's been there on the main show, not like what is it, AEW Dark on YouTube. She's been on the actual Dynamite for 4 weeks.
This is our number 1 contender.
Fair enough.
Her first match was against, is it the person Riho faced?
Oh, Freddie Mercury. I forget her name.
The other Japanese one.
Oh, the genie one.
The one. A video of her and it's like her in like a mirror suit kind of thing.
I'm not sure.
No, I don't know.
But aye. Fair enough. You ready for mine?
You can also say about the drink. Oh.
Mine, I'm guessing a lot of people might not know who I'm even talking about here. Janai Kai. Right. She's fucking incredible. This year alone, I mean, she got one of the best endorsements while at Rise. She got Mick Foley gave her his backing. Like, it's just a sick endorsement. Like, she's incredible. Honestly, if you don't know who she is, go and check out her shit. She's got like there's tons of videos on like YouTube and she's got videos on her Facebook page and shit like that. Like, she is really, really good and she's definitely going to be a future star. Trust me.
Alright. So
right.
That's us done with them.
That's the list over and done with. Ian's been biting at his fucking mouth to get these out.
Before we go on to
start
this,
with her.
With the last one, do you have any honourable mentions to anybody who you think was a breakout star this year?
Honourable mentions to a breakout star this year. There are a lot.
Xia Li. Xia Li's been fucking fantastic this year. So is Tainara Conti.
Tainara Conti really hasn't had a chance to show what she's got, I don't feel.
She has, because like she's one of the nominations for Female of the Year. And that's because she is so fucking good.
Yeah, but they've only done that though to make the numbers equal.
But there's so many math people that could have put that. They haven't put Kaylee Ray in there. Well, Kaylee Ray, who is the NXT Women's Champion. They've not put a lot of.
I think you're looking at.
in there.
I think you're looking at the wrong thing. Kaylee Ray is in. We're on about the NXT awards, aren't we?
Aye.
Kaylee Ray was in there. Tainara Conti, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure Tanara Conti was.
No, she wasn't.
I'm pretty sure when I went onto the WWE thing to vote, Tanara Conti's name popped up.
Nope.
I'm pretty
Her name might have popped up, but it wasn't in Women of the Year. Might have been in Future Prospects, Future Stars or whatever.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in Women of the Year. I could probably tell you everybody who was in Women of the Year.
Who would yours be?
For Breakout Star of the Year?
Yeah.
Probably Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair had a sick showing this year.
I think he's also had a sick showing this year. What's his name? Cameron Grimes.
Cameron Grimes.
Man was between.
He's currently in a fucking sick food with thingy, isn't he? What's his name? Thingy's on the.
Wait, no. You ready?
Kushida, that's the one.
You ready? Kenta. Kenta wants to go away from WWE, broke out in Japan. Aye.
Yeah.
Kenta's had a sick showing.
Or there's Angel Garza.
Aye.
Or if we're doing a tag team, Private Party.
Private Party have really put themselves on the map. They have probably done the best week on.
I have been harsh on them because they are still sloppy around the edges.
Aye, but they've went for nothing to something quicker than anybody in wrestling.
I'd say Thingy are better than them in ring, but not by like charismatic or anything. They're also in AEW. I can't remember what the tag team's called. They're usually in the green.
Angelico and Jack.
What they called?
They're fucking.
They've got a name though.
Yeah, I know, but I don't remember it.
TH2 or something.
Something like that, but they're called Angelico and Jack Evans.
They are fucking fantastic in the ring. But they're getting no showing because like there's no charisma in that tag team, and it's a shame.
Right, go on, awards time. Chuck at your award, say who's won it.
Biggest surprise for me this year was actually fucking Mercedes Martinez. When she turned up in AEW, because I wasn't expecting it.
Right, come on, let's get.
Right, I'm going to chuck one out straight away then. And I kind of did want you to come in on it. If you don't have to, if you don't want it, because this is off-topic stuff now. I'm going with announcer of the year, and for me, it's legit between two. It's either going to be Ronaldo, or Paddy McGuinness. I nearly said Paddy McGuinness. Nigel McGuinness.
For me, it's Nigel McGuinness.
MJF on AEW Dark on his one showing. It was
Taz.
Nigel McGuinness for me.
Nigel McGuinness for me he is the best announcer.
See, the thing is, Ronaldo, I will say, he knows how to hype up a match.
It does.
But Nigel McGuinness knows how to make those special moments feel even more fucking special.
Yep.
So for that reason, I'm going to agree Nigel McGuinness.
Right,
you have one.
I've got one. You can take
jump in if we want.
But manager of the year, I'd have to say it goes to Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega has made such an impact with Andrade. Andrade was nothing before she became involved with. And look at what he's done.
I would love to say Zelina Vega.
Zelina Vega is so fucking good.
But for me, but because it comes down to being purely entertaining and him knowing how to fucking work a crowd and shit.
Orange Cassidy.
I'm going with Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
He knows how to work a crowd. So well.
I don't know.
Fair enough. Like the pairing does seem weird and it doesn't seem like it works. But he is really good. Go on.
You mentioned him. Brought Leo Rush because he was managing Bobby Lashley at the beginning of the year.
Well, yeah, actually, he made Bobby.
He made Bobby Lashley watchable to Thomas.
Do you know what? We'll scrap me. You ready? No. And if any of you to deny this, you're fucking mental.
Go on.
The Powers.
Oh, Paul Heyman. Paul
Heyman is the greatest manager as far back as you can even think.
No, Bobby Heenan's the best manager of all time, easily.
Heyman for me. Heyman just knows how to piss off a crowd.
Heenan knew how to piss off a crowd even better than him. On commentary was one.
On commentary,
he was one of the best
definitely.
commentators as well of all time, easily.
But I think Heyman's timing with the crowd, just playing on the crowd and getting his timing, there's no one better than him.
And plus,
Paul
Heyman
Bearer was a set manager as well.
And plus, Heyman is so good at mentioning controversial things that you're not allowed to mention. We're actually mentioning it.
Yeah.
He is brilliant.
Biggest fuck up moment of the year, or the biggest fuck up of the year?
Being the title to the Fiend already, because it's just fucking retarded.
He's going to hurt himself.
Letting Seth Rollins have a Twitter.
Yeah, definitely.
Mine's an actual storyline they could have gone with because all three people wanted it.
Go on.
FTRKO. Randy Orton actually went to Vince personally and asked to be teamed with the Revival.
See, Randy's at this stage in his career now where I think, right, stop. You can still do moves and that, do an RKO anywhere and all that lot, but stop wrestling. Become a full-time manager. You can always still whip out RKOs. You can still get swatted by somebody and all that lot. Manage the Revival. They did this massive thing with them. They could push it so that the Revival are unstoppable and people will love it.
No, they wouldn't.
Do you have any more?
Not really.
Just Seth Rollins' Twitter in general.
Actually, best pairing of the year.
Best pairing of the year?
For me, it's Archer and Carmella. Just for the chemistry together.
I kind of got to agree
Yeah.
with that.
But then again,
worst pairing of the year, Carmella and Corey Graves.
No. Worst pairing of the year, fucking.
That man should not be allowed near women.
Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin.
No.
Aye, Jesus fuck.
You remember that?
Seth Rollins
No.
and Becky Lynch as well.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Something that happened on a recent Raw. Sami Zayn and fucking, what's his name?
Mojo Rawley.
Mojo Rawley, aye. Or some
Bobby Lashley,
Why?
on it.
Life.
Bobby Lashley and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley.
WWE. I've got like WWE and storylines. Go on.
I've got another one for worst storyline. Fucking Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn. You know, where the sisters and what the fuck was that?
I've got something we can also, on the first topic we can all do. You know how we had like someone who we thought was going to be a future star? What about a future singles champion and future tag team champions?
So a future singles champion.
And that's including men and women.
Right. I'm going for the nice easy. I'm going for the easy, straightforward one here. Pete Dunne is North American champ.
Right, I'm going for, didn't he become champion this year?
No, just in the future.
In the future, I'm saying Velveteen Dream to be Intercontinental champion at some point soon. Very, very, very soon.
Who you going with your single then, Ian?
Jordan Devlin.
To be the UK champion and
Yeah,
the UK
That's
champion.
a good shout.
He's fucking fantastic. He's always been like one of my favourites
No.
on NXT UK.
Future female champion.
No, because you said future tag first.
Yeah, no, we'll do all three anyway, so just
I'm going tag first.
go fucking tag first, then.
I'm going fucking tag first.
Nah, fucking throw my pen at you.
I'll fucking throw this.
Fucking
this
tag
at the
team
end
time.
that I can't mention.
And then I'll rip it up.
Right, so future tag, I did have one in mind, and no, I've just completely fucking lost it.
Nicholas and Braun Strowman, 10 years
No,
down the line.
part of me thinks, right, do you know Alexander Wolf?
Yeah,
Part of me thinks he's going to leave Imperium
yeah.
and team up with Ilya Dragunov.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've been doing this whole little back and forth thing between them for a bit, haven't they?
Yeah.
So, I feel like push them as UK Tag Team Champs.
Alexander Wolf was a fantastic addition to Imperium.
We missed out on getting the Blackpool tickets. Right, go on, continue.
Who would you say?
Future tag team champions. I'm saying they're gonna push Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate again at some point. Well,
So I have Mustache Mountain.
Yeah.
no. Have Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate as NXT.
I reckon
aye.
you move Tyler Bate over to NXT and you keep Trent Seven on NXT.
I was going to say, sorry, I thought you said Trent Seven, like,
No.
that's, my mind's just went
No,
wrong.
just British strong style, isn't it?
For mine's a name, don't be tag team.
Go on.
Proud and powerful.
Proud and powerful, that's a good show.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like, they're going to have the championships, let's be
Santana and
honest.
Ortiz.
They've been like top fucking TR tag team
Yeah.
wherever the fuck they went. Look at the tag team feud where Lucha Bros on Impact. That was a fantastic feud, and especially for the ladder match. Well, no, it wasn't a ladder match, was it?
I don't know.
Where they had all the weapons outside the ring. No, it was that street fight kind of
Yeah.
thing. At Slammiversary, and it was so good.
Well, female now, you said. So, future female champion. I'm going to say it right, this is going to be after the storyline's done.
We could even pair them up with somebody and have them go after the women's tag team titles.
No. This is after the storyline's done, like,
Yeah.
the current storyline, you'll know what I'm on about. Ali.
Yeah.
You know how the storyline's gone at the minute. I'm saying, like, once that's done.
Not even that. She could still be paired with them and win the title.
That's true. If they two win the tag team championships as well,
Well, it's pissed me off.
that'd be a full-on thing.
Because you don't watch AEW anymore. They've had 2 matches in the company.
I
and the record is
watch-
already one one.
I watch snippets online. I don't like to watch the show because then I get paired in with fans, and then have you seen what the toxic AEW fans are like at the minute? It's almost as bad as the toxic WWE fans.
The first week, Cody told him, told NGF he could pick his partner. So he picked,
This is the Darby Allin thing,
so
isn't it?
he picked somebody else called TM something, whatever the fuck he said.
Whatever his name is.
He's one of the coaches backstage.
Right.
So he picked him as his partner. So they lost. So he lost the first match. So the Butcher and the Blade won. And then at the end of that, Darby Allin stormed down to the ring and helped Cody up and then walked back out. Like, if you need a partner, I'll be your partner. Week after, it was Darby Allin versus Cody against the Butcher and the Blade. Fucking Darby and Cody won. It's not the way you go about that storyline. You have them when they win by DQ. They win because the Butcher and the Blade.
But I do like the little thing that's within it though. Like Darby saying, if we win, I want a match.
We're going off topic here. This is meant to be about women.
Aye, this is meant to be about
future women.
Right,
champion.
let's get back on topic.
Get back on topic.
Right.
Come on, because this is going to be the last one.
For me, it's between two obvious ones. You got Nikki Cross on SmackDown. She has to won the title at some point, and you've got Britt Baker. Britt Baker's
an obvious one, like 1,000,000% obvious one.
To be honest,
but I think I'll take the riskier one with Nikki Cross because I don't know. Nikki Cross has been getting the opportunities, but she's been failing at them. I don't know if they're actually going to make the leap to have her as a champion.
The only problem with AEW's women's female roster is at the beginning they signed too many top name talents. We tried to make everybody they signed be a big name.
Aye, and you can't have that. That's one thing that has got me a little in AEW, and it's like the flips and that as well. You use
there's too many flips.
But again, we're going back into why that shit. Let's stay on topic. Ian.
Dakota
Kai, definitely. Definitely.
I'd also say Xia Li, because she is the first Chinese women's superstar that WWE have ever signed.
I like her.
Well, do you want?
She's brilliant.
We're about to wrap it up, but do you want a funny little thing before we finish?
What?
Right, we'll start with Tom because his is obvious, and then are you going through 2020? Are you going to be Team Adam Cole or Team Britt Baker?
Team Adam Cole.
Team Adam Cole.
No shit.
Ian, Team Adam Cole or Team Britt Baker? The real Wednesday Night Wars.
Team Adam Cole.
Team Adam Cole.
Okay, I get to vote for your Ripple.
As for me, I will always be Team NXT.
So Team Adam Cole.
But I'm Team Britt.
Uh,
I love Britt Baker. She's sick. Her Ishiguro is fucking brilliant.
But
You
she
got to admit
hasn't really been a wrestler for that long, is she?
No.
Because she did.
Well,
she's a dentist. No, because she's a dentist.
She's been wrestling for
Well,
quite a while now.
I don't fucking know.
But while she's been wrestling, she has been getting her dental degree and that. But she's got it. Like she's actually got it. I think she got it just before AEW.
Which is
I
weird.
understand the move, I just don't like it. A finisher, I just don't like it.
Which is weird.
With Laughlin the Jaw and that.
Which is weird because she wants to be a dentist.
She did. She gets good money for me.
And
You're
it's
a private dentist, it's good money.
And it's not just that. One of the big things that you need to watch out for, ask Cesaro. It's definitely a move. Right, well, this is probably the longest we've ever sat and talked for a video. Like, this has gone on for an hour and 15 minutes.
We spoke on this before about wrestling.
Aye, we have spoke so much about
Yeah, but we've not recorded it.
This is the first time we're recording something like this. Let us know if you like it.
We might do this like once a month or something.
Like, you don't understand how long Ian and Thomas have been pushing for me to do something like this.
Because it's easier to talk like this.
I will say this now. We'll do this podcast, the end of the year wrestling awards, every year.
Aye, we 100%. Even if, say, people don't want to actually sit and listen to us do this all the time, like, we will do this once a year to wrap up the wrestling year, basically. But aye, thanks for joining us, Ian. Anything you want to say to end the year of wrestling?
Yeah. Can we kill Bobby Lashley and Lana, please?
You know, just set thingy on her. What's her name for Brooklyn Nine-Nine? They had beef before. Rosa.
Oh, yeah.
They had beef because Lana was stood filming something in the middle of fucking...
although she's... Just get fucking Chris Cyborg in. He wants to wrestle.
Just bring in Chris Cyborg and go, right, you want Becky Lynch, right, what's going to happen is you have to go for Lana.
Do you want to know what would actually make me, like, jizz in my pants? If AJ Lee returned and fucking kicked shit out of her.
She's retired.
I know, yes.
Go on.
I want to say one more thing. Convince McMahon to take a step back this year.
He will be.
The XFL
The XFL's properly starting this year, so he will be actually taking a step back.
Good. And we'll keep it like that.
Which means we might have a bit of Triple H control.
No.
Aww.
I'll be set.
Raw is
Heyman. And then SmackDown is, it was originally, it was originally Bischoff. No, it's, who is it now? It's
someone.
He is a, like, wrestling legend.
Yeah.
I forgot who it is.
Anderson?
Bruce Pritchard.
Oh, Bruce Pritchard.
Aye.
Ron this is working for him, you know, isn't he?
And is he not working for NWA Power?
And that.
Because Thingy's, that's where Thingy went. Mark Skrull.
Oh.
He went to NWA Power. Right, so we'll wrap it up there. These two have gave their little end of year things. Mine's a simple little thing. Be passionate about wrestling, but be outspoken and don't be blinded. It's easy to be blinded by other shit.
It is.
Also, be open-minded when it comes to wrestling.
Aye, like, say you're not a big fan of something that's gone on in AEW, don't brush it off because of one thing. And it's the same with WWE, it's the same way any company. If you see a storyline you don't like, don't just brush off the full show. Leave yourself open because you might find something that you do like in it. So it's goodbye from Thomas, who's left the room. It's goodbye from Ian.
See you later.
And it's bye from me. I will catch you all in 2020. Push. I love that I'm still doing that off screen.